Good morning, YouTube. Man, all the way George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, last night was probably one of the best events in MMA. Not just as women MMA, just MMA general. As you know, we had USA 261, and on the main card was three championship fights. Now, the first one I'm not going to talk too much about, but the other two are the ones that really were just exciting, and they were game changers. As you know, the co-main event was the return of Thugrose for a shot at the women's strawweight championship against the current champion at the time, Wally Zhang. And then on the card, which should have been a co-main event, I don't know why. We all know why, because Dana White is a, so and so. Was Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. And these ladies really represented it. Rose and Jessica are former champions, and and Valentina right now has the best record. As a champion. She's up there. She's climbing up there with the likes of Jessica Andrade and no, that's sorry, Jessica Andrade. I mean Amanda Nunes, Ronda Rousey, John Jones. I mean the list of title even Joanna Jacek, those who held the title have moral defenses and defended the titles well. And there was a lot of talk about how people said that Valentina was a good wrestler, yada 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 this and yada that, and then because and Jessica gonna throw it around, flop it around, it's just ridiculous. And people was saying the same about like Zhang, like I said, I had my doubts about in a way of you know Rose against Zhang. I had my doubts, but like I said, these women really put on a great show, and and they need to. This is the reason why women's MMA needs a little bit more attention than the men. Men got enough attention. There's about a thousand million sites dedicated to mostly to the men's MMA, and not of that many dedicated to the women. That's why I pay more attention to the women than I do to the men. Plus I like women. And these were great competitors, great fights, and they really represented competition and the spirit of combat sports. So anyway, we start off with the first fight with Jessica and Valentina. And Valentina's came out, she was just a smart fighter. Now Jessica had her moments here and there, but Valentina was just smart. She grabbed Jessica a few times, hit her with a 1, 2, 3 piece. I mean, she stunned her. And then, throwing her kicks and her punches are accurate. She don't waste any movement. She doesn't waste any, not a one. And then she tossed uh, Jessica Andrade. People talk about, Jessica's going to toss Valentina. In the first round, Jessica got took down at least 4 times. 4 times. At one point, there was an attempt of a chokehold. And she was going to choke her out, but, Jessica, fall out of that choke. And, she was lucky, I would say. But then, Valentina got Jessica down one more time and put her in her famous crucifix, which is the same move that she used against Kaylee Jakagian a while back. And she just kept beating her till the referee couldn't say no more. I mean, this is why fighters, you need a corner to see if they see you in trouble and they say, you know what, my fighter can't take no more. It's not like I don't hate them, I just don't respect their skill, but I see they're going through something difficult. Throw in the damn towel. Throw the damn towel. Throw in the damn towel. And she was just dominant. You know, two rounds. People think it was going to be. A lot of people say, "Oh, she's going to lose decision. It's going to be a long round." But this was a technical knockout. She referee stoppage. That's a technical knockout. It was a knockout. It was over. Jessica Andrade was done. She was already bleeding, leaking. And Valentina, I think Valentina loved that the fact she had a crowd to perform in front of. And I never said that, but here I'm lying again. We still have dealing with COVID, and Florida's stupid. And these people, if people start popping, and Florida, I'm gonna tell you right now, Florida's hospital is gonna get picked up. It's gonna get picked up. Someone's gonna take a home to them. And I think to all the fighters for this fight, get yourself tested. If you hadn't got vaccinated, get yourself tested also. You gotta remember, even with the vaccine, you still can be a carrier. And Valentina is just dominant. And the question is, who's next? Instead of going, there's a fight coming up with Method Murphy versus JoJo Calderwood. Those two ain't nobody. Let's talk about. I just saw a video that my man WM Mag did talk about Talia Santos. She's not ready. She at least needs 4 fights even to get up to the level of Valentina. And if you do look at Valentina, she's gonna get smoked too. So right now, there's nobody. Right now, there's nobody. And I think the big thing is, it's just we just gotta wait and see who's next. Valentina's just too dominant. And Valentina likes to fight. She loves to fight. At least, she just 2 fights she fought this year, and she probably want to have a third. So we wait between Calderwood and Murphy, see what happens. That'd be the third fight. She just needs to maybe take some time off. But she's the type of person. She is all business. Maybe she might need to just go ahead and just settle down and have her babies. And I know Gina White's not too happy because what happens? A certain fight is not going to happen because, well, we get to the next thing, and that is Wally Zhang, who was the champion. And I said was. As you know, last night Zhang got smoked faster than she smoked Jessica Andrade, and Rose was determined. She was determined. This was an opportunity for her. I know there was a lot of stuff where you're talking about communism and fighting for Lithuanian. That rhetoric that was really it was really more for the fan base. It wasn't for anybody. It was really for them. But anyway, Rose threw a good kick, and we saw what happened. I mean, Zhang was just boom. It was over for her. First round KO, not TKO, KO. She was going down. And it's just, she only had, she got the title, held the title, and that was it. And Rose, Rose is a good fighter. I'm gonna say that's the truth. Rose is a good fighter, you know, and I'm telling you, she just went on her, and the referee had no choice. He had to, it was over. And Rose, I love Rose when she wins. She's just so emotional. She just that first time she beat just Joanna Jacek, she's so emotional. And you know, this is just a great opportunity. This is the first time that somebody, in the divisions, strawweight division still it's been around for quite some time. It was one of the few divisions that they created after, when they brought women in. Remember originally it was a bantamweight, and then they created a strawweight division. And she is one of the first women to repeat as a champion in that division, just in any of the women's divisions, because there's nobody else that's repeated champion. She's the first champion to repeat in the women's division, and that's history making right there. And Rose, I like Rose. I like her passion about it. She comes on, she's very, she's very passionate person, and she's gonna say that this title don't mean nothing, man. I respect Rose. I was going for Rose, truthfully. I had my doubts, but what she did to Wally Zhang, she proved that she's the best. So the whole talk that Dana White wanted was a champ versus champ fight between Wally Zhang and Valentina Shevchenko. That's not happening. There's no point. That fight is now in the trash can with any other ideas. And that's why this is the thing. Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, you need to take more power away from Dana. Don't need to make up no matches or anything. He needs just to be a figurehead. Somebody need to buy out Dana, push him out, make him just a figurehead president. Put somebody who can set up good fights and try to push the narrative. Right now, you don't need Dana White anymore. Y'all guys just need to put in y'all two together is enough power to push Dana White to the side as make him a figurehead president. And then only thing really Valentina wants is she wants to get back, and I think she deserves to get back. Man, you talk about how come 125? That girl can't fight 125. She's too big. She had to take out a spleen, a kidney to make 125 if she was weight. No. So let's have we don't have to be you can be a champ versus champ fight if you want it, or it could be just a fight, just a fight. Come on, people like sometimes we just, that's what, people love a good, even though that man has 2 fights over Valentina, people still love a good trilogy fight, and that's what is needed. It needs to happen here. And now you have Joanna Bojangwicek talking about she wants a shot at the title. No, you don't. Rose has already got your number. There's no point. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time for Rose to fight you, JJ. You should fight either Marina Rodriguez or fight maybe I think or fight Tatiana Suarez. That's the only two fights I think that's really probably even Tatiana will be better because Tatiana had fought for a year. So two fighters who have been out for a year, ring rust fight, that's a possibility. Dern and Suarez is a good chance. Maybe Dern versus Rodriguez. That's a possibility. But right now, Rose is sitting in the driver's seat. She can pick whoever she feel like I think she's really gonna wait between Esparza and Yan Janan. So that's a possible. That's right there. That's a possible. That most definitely. But after that, if Rose beat, most definitely she gets to get back for Carla. Carla beat Rose when they debuted the strawweight division, and I think she probably want to get back. I say that's fair. Let's get back. And more likely, if it's Yan Janan, then that'd be two Chinese fighters she'll beat, and Yan and Zhang can't go back home being disgraced. But like I said, Zhang is still a good champion. She was a good champion for her time. She really represented her country. Her future is that more likely what's going to happen is she might stay for a while. She's gonna sit out for a while. She's probably gonna lick her wounds, get her head together. More likely she was gonna fight. You can also have that fight between her and Joanna. They had the super fight of the year for women's MMA. Just no, not for just women MMA, for MMA period. That was a good fight. And I think maybe they should have a second fight just for the hell of it. Remember, hey, Rose and Jessica fought for a second time. There was no title in it. So it was just a regular 3-round fight. So why not, Jean and Joanna? Or possibly she could fight the loser of Esparza versus Jan. Maybe we have China versus China. That's a possibility. I don't know. But like I said, for Jessica Andrade, well, you came to this new division. You beat a contender, but you lost to the champion. Um, what's there for you to do? I mean, uh, I don't know, really, honestly. You can either fight the loser of Murphy versus Calderwood. I think you already fought JoJo. You already beat JoJo. More likely, and more you can fight Jennifer Maya again. No point because Jennifer Maya got your number. So, you don't have a lot of options to tell you the truth. You can always go back up to 135, but nah, you don't. Well, maybe you should. 135 does need some help. They need somebody to wake up a little bit, like 125. Maybe maybe you fight someone like hmm, maybe Holly Holmes or GDR or maybe somebody. Maybe get shot at Amanda eventually. But that's Shops. Anyway, last night, Sweet G just got knocked out by Usman. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, people are so thinking that no, George Masvidal was going to beat Kamar Usman, but it didn't happen. So you can see right now, Sweet Jesus is laying flat. He's dreaming. He's having dreams that he thinks he's Scarface. Like another Quello, and you love me in the morning. Ain't that right, Frank? I should have did a Joker. I was putting this together, but I should have did a Joker. Anyway, this is your man George Page, Auto Rage. Don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.